Michigan hosts the other 500-miler in the Indycar series, a magnificent win there for Nigel in 1993. First task in 94 to capture pole position. No mean feat given the opposition, but the early indications were that Nigel would be the man to beat. He produced a marvellous lap in practice, 2:35.639 miles an hour, a world record for a closed circuit.
Now Michigan must have been one of the high points of the season. You were on pole position, and in practice you had a time, let's just savour these numbers, 235.639 miles an hour, the fastest ever lap of a racetrack. A few thoughts about that?
We got the most perfect computer printout, where we were flat out in 1, 2, 3 and 4. And to have a computer printout which shows that you didn't come off the throttle for 2 laps. And we did the most perfect lap that you could do, which is the fastest lap ever in the history. It's quite phenomenal, but stupid too. I mean, one has to say that you've got to be brainless. And that's why, I'll touch on again, I'm very pleased. I have no regrets that I probably won't be going back there, because that's too quick.
We're underway. The Marlboro 500 is underway as Nigel Mansell holds his position at the front. Boesel challenges to the high side. They're 3 abreast through the first and second turn. Look at Michael. He sweeps around Raul Boesel, ducks into second place. Down the backstretch, Michael chases Nigel. Raul Boesel closes in. First, second, and third run together. Mario Andretti slides into 4th place. Nigel Mansell is the leader. He's now pulled out 5.5 seconds over second place Michael Andretti and begins to handle up some traffic as he comes alongside Scott Sharp. So Nigel Mansell looking very much like last year, where he led 222 laps.
We had a fabulous start to the race. We took the race by the scruff of its neck in the first 20 laps. And then bingo, something else hits you.
I'm pretty scared. We're going into 1. You have to brake real hard because the thrust will come back. I can't get my foot around it. Is there anything you can do?
There's a butterfly in the plenum chamber of the engine, that is, and the mechanism broke, and so the throttle decided to stick wide open going into turn 1, and it just felt like someone hit me up the back when I came off the throttle because it was still flat out. And I had a few exciting moments over the next 10 laps trying to fix it. We made 2 or 3 extra pit stops trying to fix it, and unfortunately it was actually inside the engine that the problem was, and we just couldn't drive it, so that was it, end of story.
Nigel not the only driver in trouble, a catalogue of problems for the lead runners. Robby Gordon punctured at top speed, but somehow managed to keep away from the wall. Adrian Fernandez came out of a terrifying situation unharmed. Signalled out of the pits before refuelling was complete, methanol was sprayed everywhere. It burns with an invisible flame. Water's the most effective liquid to douse the flames, and with help from the Newman-Haas team, there was plenty around. Michael Andretti, leading on lap 67, hit trouble lapping Paul Tracy and hammered the wall. The end of his race. 10 laps later, virtually an instant replay, Jacques Villeneuve crashed out of second place. Robby Gordon sliding on his own oil after his engine blew and lucky to avoid clattering into the pit wall. Emerson Fittipaldi out after 209 laps with a blown engine. Raul Boesel having diced hard with Alonso Jr. for the lead, seemingly more concerned that his race was over than for his own safety. Alonso Jr., another engine failure, the first time this year that all 3 Penske's failed to finish.
And Scott Goodyear will have chills up and down his spine. He could never have imagined, as Leslie watches, that this type of success could have fallen his way today.
Under 30 seconds away from his second win, and a win at the Marlboro 500. His name on the Dana Trophy already once. Will it go again? Boy, it sure looks that way. The man who perseveres wins. A final couple of bottomings. 3rd turn, 4th turn. Scott Goodyear sees the twin checkered flags from Jim Swintal, and the Budweiser car with Scott Goodyear has taken the win in the Marlboro 500. He'll be followed to the line by Arie Luyendyk and Dominic Dobson.